there something you wish to discuss? Good. You could be the missing piece. I'm relieved Lancelot sent you to me. Merlin will have you running the beat test. Our contact in Westminster told us of your story. You are no doubt someone who can perform beyond rank and file duties. I had some things I wanted to ask you here at cross paths, but now isn't the time. There's a more pressing matter at hand. This feud between the Fletchers and the Baileys, it started as bickering. Now there's blood involved. I fear it will escalate further until one of them is driven from the land. This is not what anyone wants. To lose either family is to lose the food on our tables or the tables themselves. Hunters and woodcutters are the basis of any decent civilization. On top of that, if we're ever going to finish Merlin's trebuchet, we need supplies and aid from both families. So, I need a trustworthy outsider to investigate. In short, I need you. Consider it your initiation. Well, to be entirely truthful, I think it's unnecessary. The Baileys easily could have expanded their yard in a different direction, or made do with what they had. Same for the Fletchers. That land may have been their most bountiful, but they have acres of Camelot territory to hunt in. I suspect pride is mixed up in this somewhere. Us. Camelot. They're not urgent. I have no reason to suspect either family. I would trust any of my men to... The decision on their land dispute, for example. It was a 50-50 compromise, yet both perceive it as a loss induced by bias. With an outsider carrying out the investigation. Once upon a time, the two families were friendly. They're neighbors. The Baileys even helped the Fletchers build their treehouse. It's an impressive structure, I must say. The conflict stems from a piece of disputed land. The Baileys kept expanding their lumber yard into the Fletchers' hunting grounds. When the Fletchers appealed to the Round Table for judgment, none had a superior claim. So we split the land in half. They both felt robbed, but the matter was resolved. For a time. That was until the fire. A section of the land caught aflame during the night. It was mostly on the Fletcher's side, but the Baileys weren't unscathed. They both accuse each other of starting it. If either claim is truthful, then sanctions would have to be handed out. I need you to get to the truth of the matter, and I want some evidence. Good. Start by questioning the leaders, Edward Fletcher and Harold Bailey. Get both sides of the story. Then investigate the scene of the fire. See what you can find. Lancelot ordered patrols to keep an eye on the area and warned everyone to stay clear, so nothing should be tampered with. Once you've brought evidence of the truth, I can bring you into the fold. For now, I'll let Lancelot know you can come and go to the castle as you please. Good luck.
Hello there. I didn't lose my son. He was taken from me. That whoreson, John Fletcher, murdered him. He can call it a duel all he wants. Fletcher knew my son wouldn't refuse. Thomas would have done anything to defend our family. Worst of all, Fletcher knew he'd win. He's a trained killer since birth. It was murder. Murder hiding behind the notion of honor. John Fletcher is a bitter old man to rob my son of the rest of his life. Someone with a good sword hand should give him what for. I should try myself. I want to tear his guts out with my bare hands. But all I can do is swing this axe. And my sons already lost their brother. I'm Harold Bailey. We were a family of merchants before. At first, we were just woodcutters. But soon enough, we started building our own furniture. And then other people's furniture. And then houses and everything in between. We finally feel like we belong somewhere. I hope the rest of London will see what's happening here and accept Camelot as the way forward. Good. The truth about this fire will prove our innocence. The Fletchers. I don't have any evidence, but I know it was them. That may not be good enough for the Round Table, but it's good enough for me. They're criminals. They were nice enough at first. We even helped build that treehouse of theirs, but they quickly revealed their true colors. That land is rightfully ours. It's on our side of the walkway. Stopping our field at some arbitrary line is ridiculous. They have the entire woods to hunt in. Do you know how much additional manpower it takes to haul wood long distance? I used to think they were just stubborn. Now I know it's something more malicious. After what they did to my son, I'll never forgive them. Listening to the radio. I always tune into Nigel's show in the evenings. I'd almost drifted off in my chair when the smoke got me up. I thought the whole forest was gonna burn down. We managed to stop the spread with the water from the pond. No worries. Go on. No worries. See you around.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Greetings. I saw two people out there that night, shortly before the fire. Didn't get a good look at them, though. My eyes aren't what they once were. I'm Frank Bailey, Harold's old man. My working days are behind me, so I mainly handle logistics. Keeps my noggin busy. See ya.
Can I help you? He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade. Yeah? Good. Not sure who done it myself. All I know is that my brother shouldn't have died over some popsy forest. Are you? You Round Table lot could have stopped it. But you didn't. You just stood and watched it happen. I'm Ryan Bailey. Not much to say, really. I don't get up to much. I work hard and I keep my head down. Bye.
Need something? I'm not sure. I'll be honest, what my brother did was regrettable. John and the boy weren't part of this feud, or at least they shouldn't have been. Being knights of Camelot, they live, or lived, at the castle. Seems they had a feud of their own after the fire, a microcosm of conflict. It's unfortunate it escalated. I almost lost my Mary last year to illness. I can't imagine the pain Harold must be going through. Whatever he did, no one deserves that. I'm Edward Fletcher, hunter by trade. Me and my family packed up shop and came to Albion 7 years ago, from Brumley. Back there, we had to fend for ourselves. But here, we're protected. We can hunt in peace. It's a good living, and we're good at it. Me and my brother come from a long line of huntsmen. Our father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all stalked the wastes. And I hope my descendants will do the same. Mary, my oldest, continues the tradition. Sarah, my youngest, can't stand it. Says it's cruel. Each to their own, I guess. It's about time. There's been too much confusion around this fire. It must be stamped out. Harold Bailey himself, I suspect. Or maybe his father. I doubt he would have gotten any of his boys to do it. Who else would do it? If you have any evidence to the contrary, then fair enough. I'll put a sock in it. But I don't know anyone else with a motive. While I'm certainly not shy about making their involvement in the fire known, I think they're good people at heart. They're just stubborn. They know that land is ours. We moved into the area and claimed it weeks before they even arrived. And they think just because they helped build this place that we owed them. They received banquets of food in return. More than fair. This was the early days of Camelot, nearly 8 years ago. They could have starved without our generosity. I was preparing dinner for my family. I'll do a terrific venison stew. Here, have a can. The Baileys are the type to deny reality when it suits them. Of course we didn't burn down our own land. We're simple folk. We don't like trouble. Very well. Later.
How'd you do?
What's up? I'm a seamstress. Have been all my life. I make gambesons and the like for the Camelot army. I see. Be careful out there. The Baileys are loose cannons. Take care.
How'd you do? Then what are you doing here? It's the Bailey. I'm Damien. I'm a hunter by trade. My dad and my uncle taught me everything I know. I also help my mum out with her work while Dad's busy with his nightly duties. Goodbye.
Hey. Those Baileys couldn't stand to leave a nice woods be. They had to chop it all down for the sake of materialistic things like chairs. They didn't get their way, so they burnt it down. I'm Sarah. The rest of my family are hunters, but I know better. The animals feel pain just as we do. They act like I'm some kind of revolutionary. Later.
I'm warning you, back off.
Greetings. I saw two people out there. See ya.
Sorry, can't talk right now. Sorry, can't talk right now.
Hello there. Go on. Of course he does. Look, I know this fire doesn't look good for us. It mostly being their land. But I promise you, it wasn't us. The Fletchers are conniving. They know if we ever did something like that, we'd face sanctions. Most likely, they'd get their half of the land back. No worries. Wood, tool.
I possess a considerable assortment of firearms, should that pique your interest. Please, desist. Great. And remember, the more you buy, the more I can buy for you to buy in the future. Think of it like an investment.
Why didn't God give Radstags 2 bodies instead of 2 heads? Oh, sure. I bet it was the Baileys. They most likely discovered fire for the first time in their lineage and got carried away. I'm Mary, Camelot's greatest huntress. I've perfected the art. My cousin Damien's pretty good, I don't doubt it. But I'm the best there is. Don't be a stranger. Hello, hello.
Need something? What? Well, this certainly isn't my handwriting. Looks like it were written by a child. And why would I address my brother by his full name? And most importantly of all, why would I have him burn down my own land? To get one over on them? That's ridiculous. Us Fletchers don't act in pettiness. Tricked by the Baileys, no doubt. I trust you to see the truth of this letter and dismiss it in your inquiries. Later.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Hello there. Go on. No worries. See you around.
Greetings. I saw 2 people. See ya.
Can I help you? Yeah? Good. Bye.
Hey. Later.
What's up? I see. Take care.
How'd you do? Then what you doing here? It's the Bailey. Goodbye.
Greetings. Thank you. That means a lot. Most people want to forget what happened, like it's an inconvenience. The Round Table sure took their time to send someone. I'm Susan. I grew up in a small tribe outside of London. I met Frank when he was a wandering trader. He came through the town with his father. I decided to go with him and never looked back. We eventually settled down here to raise our family properly. The road is no place for children. Bye.
This shouldn't take long. Oof!
You killed her!
Give him a good old rummage about.
Oh, big thanks for your help, geezer. I'm just glad we're safe. Sure thing.
I lag! Can I help you? Yeah? Bye.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Greetings. I saw two people out. I'm Frank Bailey, Harold's old... See ya.
Seems like we're just wasting our time grabbing all this junk.
Can I help you? He had an accident, that's all. He had an accident, that's all. I'm Ryan Bailey. Yeah? Good. Not sure. Yeah? Good. I'm Ryan Bailey. Are you? Bye.
Hello there. Go on. The Fletchers. They were nice enough at first. That lad is right. They have the I used to think. Listening to the radio, I thought the whole forest... Of course he does. The Fletchers are No worries. See you around.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
London is the place for me.
How goes the investigation? Leave no stone unturned.
Ever vigilant.
How goes the investigation? Go on. As I unfortunately suspected. The evidence? Even if the alibi is verifiable, it doesn't prove the Baileys did it. I need something more concrete.
Hey, old mate.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Yes? He took it upon himself to try and drag my family's name through the mud. It's one thing that his family burns down our land, but to accuse us of doing it. Goodbye.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Damn it! It's broken.
That's a real blast from the past, ain't it?
Can I help you? I'm Ryan Bailey. Are you? Bye.
Hello there. Go on. Listening to the radio? I thought the whole forest... No worries. See you around.
can't believe what this city's become.
Greetings.
It's a nightmare.
Bye.
Need help? Hello, sir. Name's Timothy, or Timmy for short. Saw the fire with me own eyes, I did. Thought the old forest was a goner till it started chucking down. Could be I can help with your investigation. Harold and Susan. But I just called... Up to what? Thanks. I try not... Well, since I don't fancy digging round in the mud... I didn't see his mug. I was watching from the lumberyard, but he was suited up like a Camelot knight. He ran off to the old shack over there. I didn't follow him or nothing. Not really. It was dark until the fire properly got going. You know, checking the... No worries.
Can I help you? He had an accident, that's all. A tree fell on me. Hazard of the trade.
Blimey, that's rarer than N's teeth on a sparrow.
Hello there. Wood, tool? Hello there. Wood?
Can I help you? He had an accident. Oh shit. It's not what it looks like. At least, it didn't happen the way you think. Please, just let me explain. It was an accident. Me and Timmy were sneaking off to the tavern that night. We wanted to surprise Thomas. One of those bleeding rad stags came out of nowhere and rammed right into my leg. I didn't even notice I dropped the lantern. We ran off, and Timothy went to get me some bandages. By the time he came back, the fire started. I don't know. I told him not to. We knew this fire would be bad for the family, me especially. I guess he wanted to protect me. Probably afraid of losing another brother. No, I think my mum suspects, but she doesn't know. My dad wouldn't believe it even if he saw it. Please, tell Arthur the whole truth. Make him understand.
Greetings. Bye.
Did you investigate the shop? My unearthly intuition tells it's a sure bet.
How goes the investigation? Go on. As I unfortunately... I was so sure this was about the land. I didn't think Harold and Edward could both be wrong. What exactly happened? Those poor boys. The guilt they must be feeling over their brother. Terrible. I'll have a talk with them. Consider the matter dealt with. I know Edward Fletcher. He's not one to demand sanctions over the mistakes of two boys. And Harold? Well, I'll talk with him too. I asked for the truth and you gave it to me. Now I must act on it. I shall be glad to settle this dispute amicably. Thank you. You've done well and proven yourself worthy of Camelot. From this day forth, this land... Now, I had questions if we ever cross paths. Questions about our new head of the civil service. Guinevere, our agent in Westminster, has been looking into them for years, but they remain elusive. Who are they? I see. That's some alarming intel. How did you come by it? Rough. I imagine that trail led you to Westminster. Curious. I assume that meeting never happened, judging by your prompt incarceration. After you escaped, Tristan and Istolt met you at the tournament. It seems you were more than just an observer. They said you were looking for explosives, so I must assume you were behind the explosion. Why exactly? So you wanted to kill Smythe, but ended up causing the tragedy that gave them more power. But that's in the past. No point dwelling on it. I expect this Smythe character will take a role in things to come. We must be ready to face all the gentry can throw at us. They're with Smythe now. That gets me onto your next assignment. I want to strike a blow against the Tommies, but I don't want to take military action. At least not yet. Percival is looking into something that you can help with. Speak to him. Good luck, Sergeant.
Hail, Sergeant. No. I'm from a small coastal town in the west. Truth be told, there was a time where I'd do anything to avoid being in London. That's a broad question. I'm not what. I was in the forces, commando unit. Had a few tours under my belt. Later, I became a government advisor on specific tactical implementation. Use of military assets, that sort of thing. A period of my life I hold in contempt. I can't help but feel responsible, in some small part, for the ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make. Who do you want to know about? Highly organized, highly motivated, well-trained, and ideologically committed. The one advantage we have over them is their lack of organic support. I wouldn't be confident in that remaining the case, especially if their propaganda techniques gain traction. A threat of yesterday had their hair cut by another outfit of criminals. Think of them like an old landmine. Something that should be disarmed, but easily avoided. London's preeminent criminal gang. About as dangerous as they come, but ultimately susceptible to the issues that plague such organizations. Greed, self-interest, dishonesty. The tactics to defeat criminals are tried and tested. The gentry are the complacent mass that we'll have to shift in order to meaningfully achieve anything in London. Farewell. London is the place for me.
Ah, there you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I am Percival, head of communications for... What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment, and they have not. Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, or, as the layman calls it, propaganda. Help, yes. You see, one of my duties, partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them. I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of Camelot protection. My heart bleeds for all those who live under tyranny. Especially those who can develop into key strategic alliances. They don't like anything made after 1922, for one. They believe the Great War was a sign from the spirits that we should all return to living in huts. I believe any man, woman or child should be free to live life as they desire, even if that means wiping their asses with sticks and stones. I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribes. He has a plan on how to push the Tommies away. Help him return to me. As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, take their town's name, for example. Instead of referring to it as Brickton, the way the tribes have taken to calling it, the Tommies insist on referring to it as Brixton. They believe the Tommies are there to civilize them. I believe this is our chance to show the Tommies what civilization truly means. Good luck, servant of Camelot.
What you need? I'll head back to the gaff. I'm not all smiles about it, though. Oi! Right.
Who's there?
Let's sort these geezers out. Ah! We showed them who's boss.
Ever vigilant.
Looks like we should
wish we would stay like this forever.
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon, for this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that'll agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brickton. Watch your step.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
You lost?
Rule Britannia! Britannia rule the waves! Britons never, never, never shall be slaves! God save our gracious Queen! Long live our noble Queen!
care, sir! Oh! Really? No way. We haven't had... Then again, he never complains about the food. And he's always got people heading into his... Thank you for sharing, but... Mind the gap and all that.
Sorry, can't talk. Mustache.
What are you doing around these parts?
God save the Queen.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? I've seen the fruits of your labour. Tommy's whispering rumours in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brickton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brickton. And, finally, you will spread rumours about our dear Major. Why are you wearing clothes? 'Cause someone told you to? 'Cause someone forced you to? I am merely following my instincts, the one thing the Canyon gave me in her infinite wisdom. Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly.
Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. How goes your labours? I understand you may have deadlines to meet, unless you have... No apology is necessary. Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
You're back! I told all of my mates of the... Scared? I don't like his attitude, though. Every time he comes... Brixton. Well, go on, then. Spineless. We're out here dealing with Gehennas while he sits behind a desk. Can he be more out of touch? Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. How goes your labours? Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweet scent of manure, or even the sweeter sound of Sneedly insults. Laura, what's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
A disappointment? That's what you all are. A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country.
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society, and what do I find? One of you geniuses mixed in laxatives with your rations, and now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung. Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Doyle. Some ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost's walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken place. That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it! Move it! Move it!
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
I just needs mythical wagon is stuck on the path to Brickton. This is a golden opportunity indeed. I've seen this wagon before. It's filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities civilized men like Sneed need to survive. Now, if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need you to perform a little highway robbery. Take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow, a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the rest up to you. I'm sorry, what did you say? Only the canyon's fiercest sentry, defender of her blessed land, a modern-day legend devised by yours truly. Go forth, Shadow.
Now, look alive, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings. Halt! This area is off-limits, civilian. State your business or prepare to taste the cold steel of justice. The what? Blimey, you are a loony! Stop in the name of the court!
Stand down, lads. Fight server.
Now, look alive, Goose! We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings. Halt! This area is off-limits, civilian. State your business or prepare to taste the cold steel of justice. The what? Oh, fucking hell! Run, Goose!
Who the devil are you, and why? Brixton what? My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Doyle, come here at once.
Yes, sir.
Mind the gap and all that.
I've had enough of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Doyle. You and me. May these people rot in the rat-infested hell of their own creation.
We won't go quietly.
We'll leave that fellow Woodward here. He's basically native at this point anyway. Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
At last, our sordid nightmare is finally over. The Tommies are gone, and it's all thanks to your best efforts. I can think of no better reward for your work than my lucky skull, fashioned out of bones harvested from the canyon herself. Wear it not only as a charm, but a symbol, a representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the canyon watch you on your future endeavours.
Mother Earth, thank
Hail, Sergeant. If it isn't the Brickton Shadow. That's what the folks back in Brickton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency. Here, good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head, and we have much work ahead of us. Hurry on back to Merlin, and tell him to send the troops so they can occupy Brickton.
Learn.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets and blades that follow them. Hey?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pilly disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pilly? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brickton. Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank, Sergeant, is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of Knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors. Knight, I require your services. I have a job that apparently requires the skill of 2 knights. Can you help? Know what? I don't have time to make requests. This is going to have to be in order. Arthur takes the leadership quite naturally. Fortunately, my soft skills are somewhat lacking, so you'll excuse me for getting straight to the point. Camelot recently secured an old Tommy outpost in the north. Tommy's abandoned it months ago, left it to the hooligans. Regardless, we managed to drive the rabble out with minimal casualties. Quite the victory, according to some, but all I've heard is boasts. I need that outpost secure, capable of withstanding heavy assault. Meet up with Gawain. Assess the situation. And while you're there, kick her up the arse. Fact I'm sending more than 2 soldiers, never mind 2 knights, is unacceptable. Fix it. Understood? Good. Dismissed.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Good to see a fellow knight. Finally, someone without a pissy attitude around here. I'm going to need help restoring this outpost and enforcing some discipline on this squad. They're relatively inexperienced and their commander died in the assault. Most of the squad are fine. It's just Sergeant Pilly and Levy Daniels. He was mortally wounded by an explosion. I initially suspected it was a landmine. However, having since seen Pilly throw a grenade, misfortune seems more plausible. He's got the idea in his head that this squad is his. So he's trying to force a promotion by acting like a raging bellend. By all accounts, Pilly demonstrated courage during the assault. But he won't even commit to doing the training required for command. He is in dire need of explosives training, but he doesn't think he needs it. He does, regardless of if he is to be promoted or not. It's hard to be specific. While he didn't sustain any physical injuries, Levy Daniels isn't capable of carrying out, well, anything, let alone the duties of a soldier. He needs to be relieved. I assumed when you introduced yourself you were his replacement. Since you're not, he needs escorting back to Camelot.
Oi, watch it. Look where you're going.
Look where you're going.
Here's my original report that Sergeant Pilly refused to endorse. Yes? Good. Your thought- I'll scout the enemy position. We'll clear their position when you feel we're adequately...
Keep your mitts away from my hat, thank you. Judging by the look in your eyes, it seems like you want us to depart. Finally. I hope I'm wrong, but... if we're being watched.
Just getting warmed up over here.
Strike that. Reverse it. You're done. Ah.
Got it! We're losing people!
It's called shooting straight,
It's
rookie.
fight time.
What?
Do they have good socks? I'm dying for a better pair. That noise. Can we give them a chance to escape? Do you suppose people do this for fun? Another successful violent interaction.
Huh? Earring shit.
End of the line!
Not to interrupt your regularly scheduled wandering, but keep an eye
Made
out.
a big mistake!
Who's there?
Like a sweat.
Someone there?
Trying to sneak up on me? End of the line!
Gate.
Gah!
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Huh? Hearing shit. End of the line!
I'd never get this confused back in Westminster. Yes, I got it.
Oh shit, she's down!
And go back to where you came from.
Ain't personal.
Bollocks!
I've done this hundreds of times. Think this will be any different?
Not to interrupt your regularly scheduled wandering, but keep an eye out. What is that dreadful stench? And how can we put an end to it? I'd wager your speed is the result of... all that junk you're carrying, but I'm not a mathematician. And to think, there are stenches so dreadful, even ghouls can smell them. Done already? But I was just getting warmed up. And just when things were feeling fine.
Is a top.
Another successful violent interaction.
Think I see.
Something feels strange. And it's not my rotting. I'll take the rear, you take the rest.
Let's brothers, I'll make it quick.
I can smell cowardice a mile away.
What a delicious looking neck.
Yeah!
You'll do nice with the sauce. Yes, you will.
Heard a noise. A very bad noise. I'm not quite used to emerging victorious from Maybeck.
Comrades!
Now we fight. No two ways around it. It's fight time. Bother. Let me get my pistol. This place is doing wonders for my skin. Yours, not so much.
It's about time they made you a knight. Well earned. How can I help you today? Of course. An army...
You've returned as a knight, no less. You'll be wanting to dip into my... Look, I realize there's a lot at stake. But Camelot doesn't feed my kids. Doesn't put clothes on my back. I'll send someone up with the timber.
The mount. Better.
On an empty stomach.
I knew it. We're being attacked. Injury
Those
check.
last
Anyone hurt?
cuts.
No? Just me. I've been hankering for another.
Oh God, I just wanted to eat.
Had in my life, that was the most terrifying. Remember, aim for the head, 5 rounds rep.
Yeah.
Very well there, my friend.